Okay, hello everybody. We're going to do a quick video on the standards report and the ability for a teacher to customize the report around time periods. It will hit on the other customization options, but specifically the request was, what does it mean to be able to customize time period to support common gradebook, marking period, and standards-based report card workflows? So why don't we take a look together? So as a teacher, you go to reports, it defaults to the assessment report. So pick the standards report, it will load. And we can see here for the Common Core standards, and this will vary based on the state and the standards alignments that we have, that we could take a look at the major domains, and this happens to be for grade 6 CCR math. So we have ratios and proportions. We have a class average of 70 something, 79, and you could see that. But if you were going to do a standards-based report card workflow and your marking period was for, say, customize this report, period, custom, quarter one was, let's see, it was the first day of school, which was August 23rd, and the last day of that semester was, or that marking period was, say, October 29th. And you could say, I want all my data in here, all my assessment types, for example. Or you could just say, I only want such and such, maybe the module assessments or something. But either way, if you do all of the program assessments, you click apply. And now the data is going to refresh around student performance on standards-based data, starting from the start of the marking period to the end of the marking period. So for standards-based grade books, especially K1, 2, 3, you could do that. So now it'll redraw the report and it'll say, okay, well, what happened between August and October, marking period 1? We could see here for the class what the class averages are. And if you wanted to do standards-based grade books, you could pick each student and it'll redraw the report, highlighting each student's name. And when you go to the grade book, you could be like, okay, so this particular student in ratios and relationships was 50%, and here it's 58%. Here it is over here, the little student. And you could slowly go through and update. Well, there's no data for the student here, but where we have data, you would have standards-based data for each student comparing to the class average to do your grade book or standards-based grade book workflows or marking period workflows. So that was an example of how you can use the customized report option to support standards-based gradebook workflows using the period option. The other report that also supports gradebook workflows is the assessment report. And the assessment report has very similar features on the customization side. You could say you want to get the students' information, and that you could see each student, their name, and their overall performance, of course. So if you wanted to modify this around your marking period, you do the exact same thing. So you do school period, custom date range. The start of that marking period was 08, I guess the 30th. And you could change this to the same thing, October 29th. Click apply, and now it will redraw the report around only those assessments completed for that period of time, and giving your grade book entry a very clean, simple thing. So instead of doing it by standard, you could say, like, maybe you include your ed program assessments as homework, which is 10% of the grade. So now you have marking period 1 date range, you have each student's score, and you have the standards report card workflows. So those are two examples of how you can use the customized report and the period selector in the assessment report, in the standards report, to support a variety of data-driven decision-making workflows like data review meetings, parent meetings that require, like the first quarter, marking period workflows, and standards-based report card workflows. Okay, well, if you have any questions, let me know. This is Greg Reichert, Product Manager. Thanks.